Hello there and welcome to today's lower body session here on the Thrive 5 Daily Mobility Series deep into week 6. 3 zingers for us here today, all right? But you've earned them if you've been following along diligently. We do have some equipment requirements for today, okay? For our couch stretch, all right? This is gonna be the hardest version that we've done so far. You're gonna want either a wall or indeed just a vertical surface such as the edge of a couch, or even a chair or upright, depending on it. Just make sure it's solid. Okay, I'm using old trusty rusty here, which isn't ideal, but it's just gonna allow me to pop my lower leg bent up against it, okay? You're then gonna want somewhere to cushion the knee. Your flooring might be adequate, okay? But just make sure you've got a cushion, a rolled up mat, or a yoga block like I'm using to cushion that knee. You're also gonna then want some external load for our Jefferson curl. If you've been following up to this point, we did practice Jefferson curls without any weight. Today, I want us to use a little bit of load, as I might have outlined previously, to further challenge that range, get it stronger, and indeed sink a little bit lower into it. Depending on your current level of flexibility, you are gonna wanna elevate your feet, all right? You're gonna see me standing on those yoga blocks just in case my hands go past my toes. But if you aren't touching the floor at this point in your journey, that's also fine. You will just be able to stand on the ground. Let's get started. No more jibber jabber. Well, there will be some, but you know, hopefully it's useful. This is gonna be a 60-second window of work. This is gonna be our shin box, okay? So it's gonna look like a 90-90 rotation, but we're then gonna come up into hip extension, driving off of the knee and the shin, okay? You might want some hands for support here. Just do your best with where you currently are. We're gonna wanna be starting basically here in our 90-90 base position. But you will notice it will come more into sort of 45 degrees as we go, all right? And I'm gonna talk through that as we do. So join me down here if you will, in this position. Okay, 1 minute's coming on the clock. I'm gonna pry my knees apart as much as they will, so I'm getting all of this work here. And then as I transition over onto this leg, I'm gonna drive up off the knee and the shin, fully extend the hips, control it back down before transitioning to the other side to get my next rep. You may move around a little bit like me here. That's okay. Control the movement, let's shuffle back a little bit. And we're transitioning. And that's gonna do it for our shin box, okay? Next up, we're gonna be coming over into that couch stretch level 2 as I outlined it there. So align yourself with that wall or sofa, wherever you are gonna be doing this, all right, as best you can. You could try this freestanding and simply hold your foot behind you. I have demonstrated that previously, but ideally we're gonna want to not have to worry about that. So, got my cushioning in front there. This is gonna be for a 45-second window. I'm gonna come on into the front, pop my knee up against where the floor meets that wall or what have you, in this case, my step ladder. Try and keep my toes flexed there. So you should have your shin and your foot completely flexed and flush against that position. And from here, we're gonna come upright. Now this may already be very intense, okay? I want you to do your best from this position to tuck the pelvis under, squeeze the abs, okay, and you probably already feel a really intense stretch there. If that's too much, you could bring the knee further away from the wall. As I said, this is the most advanced version of this that we have encountered. We can do a 45-second window here of some active sort of pulses. So, squeeze the abs tight, make sure we're not extending in that lower back. You're gonna drive forward just a little bit into a deeper stretch. Come back and relax. As relaxed as you can be here. So my bum's soft now. I'm then gonna squeeze the bum, make sure the abs are tight. Whoa, as I drive forward. Again, rusty trusty. Hopefully you have a better option than I do there and your wall isn't going anywhere. Big breath in, squeeze everything tight. Deepen that stretch as much as you can in the quad and the hip flexor and bring it back. That's going to be my last rep there, and I'm simply going to swap my sides. Come on, Rusty Trusty, stay with me. Just to reiterate, if your knee is right up against the wall, okay, and thus you've got this deep knee bend position here, that will be the hardest version, okay? That's what differs this from some of the previous iterations we've done. So we're gonna start that window. Hips under, butt squeezed, abs tight. Drive forward as much hip extension as we can. Yabba! Rock back to release. Squeeze, deepen the stretch. And relax. All right, all in that butt squeeze. Butt squeezed, abs tight, hip open, open, open. Yes, good. Sorry for my sniffles here. I'm recovering from that mild flu. A little better here. Yeah, I'm good for my last one here. Butt squeeze, abs tight. Drive, squeeze. And relax. Let's come on out of that. We're going to transition to our last one, that loaded Jefferson curl. Okay. So, I'm just going to get my yoga blocks stacked on top of each other for my point of elevation. I will be turning side on so you can see my alignment. This is going to be our last position of the day. Like I said, 1 minute. I'm going to be holding this weight on the front of the body, okay? I'm going to squeeze my quads tight, my feet are together, my knees will not bend. At the bottom, you're probably going to want to bend them. Please don't, all right? Starting with that chin tuck, then rolling down, hinging one vertebrae at a time without pushing the bum back. Do your best to stay flex, flex, flex. Get to our bottom position. We're going to hang out for a couple of seconds and then come back the way we came. Generally speaking, slower is always better here. Demonstrate as much control as you can. Okay. Bring it back a little bit. Alrighty, 1 minute. It's going to be starting now. Chin to chest, shoulders roll forward. Controlling this deep flex. Big stretch, holding for a count of 2. And then rolling back on up. My last rep here, just overrunning a tad as always. Okay. That, my dear friend, is going to do it for today's routine. Some tough positions to get into there. I hope you're feeling good for them, and if you've been following along, you've been seeing your progress there, okay? Doing amazing things for your body. I'm going to see you tomorrow. So, in the meantime, have a fine rest of your day. And I look forward to seeing you for our upper body session.